French truffles on the hunt. The truffle is not just a flavorful mushroom chefs add to expensive dishes, it is also a tradition. A truffle is a fungus that grows underground at the feet of trees, usually oaks, but also hazelnut, pine and beech trees. It looks like a lumpy charcoal ball and lives in symbiosis at the roots of a tree. The tree provides the truffle with sugars from photosynthesis, while the truffle provides the tree with phosphorus from the soil and keeps a water reserve. The hunting season for truffles is usually during the winter months, although at least one variety is harvested in the summer. So, from November to March, several truffle markets take place in the south of France. Only a few regions on Earth have the perfect conditions to allow the truffle to come to maturation. We generally find them in France, Italy, Spain, and Slovenia, or in the south of West Europe. There are about 80 varieties of truffles, each one giving hints of cheese, garlic, nuts, fruit, or even phenol, but most varieties are unknown or few. In the Périgord or Dordogne in the southwest of France, black truffles are called the black diamond. The truffle has an intense aroma and it is the most famous. The Burgundy truffle, east of France. This truffle has a strong aroma from nutty to garlicky. The summer truffle, southeast of France, has a milder aroma and is perfect over salads. The white truffle is the rarest truffle. It is found in north of Italy and it is bigger, more fragrant and flavorful than the other types. We can find a cheaper version in Oregon, USA these days. But truffles are not easy to come by. It can take over 10 years for truffle spores to mature, and they need all 4 seasons, which makes it impossible to grow indoors like other mushrooms. Chefs love the earthy and musky aroma of the truffle that can be lightly sweet and nutty. They are eaten fresh or within 4 days, otherwise they lose their potency. Truffles are often grated over pasta or eggs. One French dish is called the brouillade, which is a creamy scrambled eggs cooked over a bain-marie and mixed with truffle shavings. Truffle oil is valued for favouring chips, salads, or popcorn, but often they do not contain any truffle, just synthetic compounds of the truffle. Truffle butter can be eaten on jacket potatoes or seafood. Finally, truffles can be eaten in desserts like molten chocolate cake with whipped cream. Modern truffling has evolved from farmers who observed pigs uprooting their favourite food as early as the 20th century BC. Later on, they trained the pigs for the hunt. Female pigs hunt for truffles because the fungi smell like male pigs' pheromone. Actually, the truffle can only reproduce after being eaten by animals and its spores released in nature. It is convenient that truffles only smell when they are ripe. Nowadays, some farmers cultivate black truffles in groves, the only truffles that can be farmed. We used to have many groves in the 19th century, but wars put an end to the transmission of expertise. In Spain, the groves are found in the area of Teruel because there are no more truffles in the mountains. Today, dogs dig truffles up. Truffle dogs can cost between $1,000 and $5,000. The best breeds are the Lagotto Romagnolo and the Poodle, which are curly-coated dogs. But other breeds do well too, such as the Coolie or the Spaniel, who have long coats and coloured patches. Finally, the Golden Retriever, who has a golden shaggy coat. Watch your dog carefully if you go hunting in the woods, because in some forests, hunters can use poison to stifle the competition. Not surprising for an industry that earns big. A single ounce of black truffles can fetch up to $125 per ounce or $4,000 a pound. One 2-pound truffle was sold for $300,000. Because truffle hunting can have a devastating influence on the environment, truffle hunt in Italy requires a license and a test. Some hunters hunt without dogs if they can spot little rodents' holes near tree roots. The ancient Greeks and Romans liked truffles. They also believed they were created when lightning struck damp soil, and they had a magical power for vitality. However, during the Middle Ages, they were considered satanic. Not only does the truffle have a suspicious appearance, but also no grass will grow atop the ground where a truffle is buried. The fact that they are considered aphrodisiacs also made them taboo in a very religious France. They came back on the market in the 16th century when nobles like Catherine de' Medici were addicted to it. Even Napoleon Bonaparte ate truffles to restore his manhood and produce heirs. Fun fact: in southwest England, the Collins family had the monopoly over harvesting truffles until 1930. Now, it's fair game for everyone. Adopt a truffle tree. Truffles are vital for the environment and the health of the forest. You can now adopt a truffle tree online. Johan, the owner, explains, anyone can have roots in Provence. Just adopt an olive tree or truffle oak at Les Pastres. You'll receive an annual shipment of olive oil and/or truffles, the perfect way to begin the new year and time to make a great gift for the holidays. And for every tree purchased, we send a tree to the One Family Orphanage in Haiti. So, if you are passionate about truffles, let the dogs out. Thank you for listening, as well as liking and subscribing to French with Sylvie. Likey linky, have a happy French life. A bientôt les amis. See you next time, French friends.